Good morning, guys. We are in Bourbonnais, Illinois, getting ready to head into deliver our customer up here in Chicago, and then we got to run up and pick up a load of tubing a little further in Chicago. Then we're going to head back towards St. Louis. It looks like a winter wonderland around here at the Road Ranger. Believe it or not, it's almost 8 a.m. and I'm just rolling out of bed. Did Clint forget to set his alarm clock? Or did he just not do it? Or did he turn it off this morning and not remember turning it off? The mysteries of the day. Dun, 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 dun. Make sure straps are all tight, everything's nice and happy on the trailer. Tires are still blacking around. Clean some of the debris off the tail lights so they're a little easier to see. So that ain't too bad. Need to roll snout the windows again. This can's about out. During my walk around, I found this light. The main light wasn't working, but it was flashing. Got upon further inspection, thought it was broken right at the plug. Well, trying to find my stuff and come back, I find this red wire's out too. I don't have any light over here. Surprisingly, on both wires, they have been repaired at least once. This one's been repaired twice for the running light. Surprisingly, the ground wire has not had to be repaired yet. So I'm going to cut out the section that has already been repaired and just go directly to the harness from this side. So there's just one connector I don't have to worry about. Now it is fixed. Got the heat shrink all on there. We're ready to go. Finally. When you're fixing wiring on automotive stuff, if you're never going to see calcium chloride salt on the roads, you live down in the far south, you can get by with just a regular butt connector or whatever. But when you're running into calcium chloride, that'll last you about a day. I learned from experience when I first started as the owner-operator, I didn't have heat shrink connectors, and I had to fix wiring in the probably worse conditions than what I got right now. It was even colder out. But either way, I had to fix wiring, driving through the salt and all that stuff. And guess what? By the time I shut down, I was fixing the wiring again. So, interior, you can get by with regular butt connectors. Outside, I highly recommend heat shrink. We need to get going. I've wasted more time than I actually intended today. I don't have, my reload ain't till 1 o'clock, but I'd like to try to get there early and get moving if I can. Just pulled in. I figured out why my fingers got so damn cold. It was like 30 degrees when I parked last night. I got up this morning, 7. Well, whenever I got done working and everything, I was like, man, why is it so cold? It's 7 degrees out. Just look at my phone, it's still only like 8 degrees out. Well, hopefully I don't get out here and do a Tanya Harding or something out here. Oh, man. Wintertime trucking is definitely got its negatives, especially in the flatbed world. But mechanically, new truck, old truck, it don't matter. There's so many more elements come into play mechanically. Things can go wrong. Grease is cold, when you start your days, especially, like when I was out there working on electrical wire, the main insulation that goes around all 3 wires for the harness, so cold that it actually, the insulation cracked on me, just trying to straighten the wires out a little bit on the main, like I said, just the main insulation wrap for the three wires. There's so many different elements come into play. Usually when I have my worst breakdowns in the truck for years, it's always typically been in the wintertime. Summertime, you gotta worry about overheating and tires and stuff like that. Wintertime, it's all on the table. Tires, wiring's the worst. Electrical is typically the worst in the wintertime. But you got, drive shafts, so, U-joints will go out because the grease is cold when you get going. And there's just so many different elements come into play in the wintertime. And, not including being outside physically, working and all that. There goes the last of it. Now we gotta go put our boards up and get ready to go to our next destination. All right, we're gonna see about getting loaded here. We're all checked in, waiting for it to go in the door. Yippee. Well, I thought the door was opening for me. Maybe. I don't know. Just parked up here in Neoga. I don't know how to pronounce it, but we're back up here at exit 177 off of 57 here in Illinois. At the Depot, the 45 Depot, US 45, I don't know. The Depot restaurant here at, like I said, exit 177 off of 57 here, just north of Effingham in Illinois. I stopped here the other day, got lunch, whatever you want to call it, brunch, lunch, whatever. And I figured, you know what, I got time to kill. We'll stop here tonight, get some dinner. We'll see how dinners are here. Because the other day I just got basically chili cheese fries on top of a burger and a piece of toast. The chili was very overpowering on a lot of that. Really good though. So I figured tonight I'll go in and see what they got for dinner. Yeah, we backed in all the way up to the weed, so about as far back as we're gonna get. We had our dinner. Ended up getting I think it's called the Tennessean burger. They had it on their daily special. Pretty good. And burger with bacon and bourbon sauce. I can't remember what all was on it, but it was pretty good. Big old plate of french fries, had an apple pie. Sitting there, I really didn't even think video, because sitting in there talking with, there was an older local guy here and kind of chit-chatting with him, and we almost lost track of time actually, sitting there talking, and I really had a pretty nice dinner. So yeah, we're gonna lay down, kick our feet up now, and get up in the morning and go deliver our load of tubing and head to the house, I guess. So y'all stay safe, God bless you, and we'll catch you later.